Hello, my name is Phil Mershon with Return on Initiative, and today I'm happy to introduce to you a friend of mine, Melissa Sharp, who has not one but two companies. Um, and one of them is called Maids2NV, as in the abbreviation for Nevada, and the other is American Maid Cleaning Service. How you doing today, Melissa?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on your show today. I appreciate
Well,
it.
glad to have you. Glad to have you here. So, what the hey? Let's talk about your business. How did you come to get into the entrepreneurial world of cleaning services?
Yeah, well, it was really something that just was indoctrinated in me at a young age. My mom side jobs, and she was always cleaning in the hospitals or Wendy's or the library, and always drug us along. And so we kind of learned at a really young age. And then obviously cleaning our own home and keeping it up, all the natural solutions that she brought in, and the baking soda, the vinegar, and just peroxide, just learning how to use those properly and safely. And so I really was just something that I'd learned at a young age. And then I retired, a 25-year career in the engineering field at I want to say in like 2014 at 15, somewhere in there. And I just decided, hey, my this put me through my college growing up with my mom, her business. And so I just thought I'd jump on board and serve the community as well. And it was like of service mind for me, and then also fulfilling a need to do something with my life, you know.
Well, good for you. So, what part of the country are you in? For people who don't already know,
Yeah, I'm in the US in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Las Vegas. Okay, okay, terrific. And business is good.
Business is really good. Yep, we're doing really good here and growing, and it's just been a huge blessing just to make it through the COVID. And we took on a lot of extra work and a lot of extra duties during that time because we were willing to keep working and keep serving the community and helping in every way that we could do.
So, I mentioned at the outset that you actually have there's two companies. They both do cleaning. My impression, and we talked about this a little bit before we went on. My impression is that Maids to Envy is when I think of that business, I think of more residential, and I think when you're talking about American Made Cleaning Services, I tend to think more commercial. Am I right or am I off?
No, you're absolutely correct. Our Maids2NV is the residential cleaning company. It also does serve small companies as well, like offices and lawyer offices, dental offices. And then we have American Made Cleaning Service that serves a little on a bigger scale of janitorial services, a little on the bigger buildings and bigger facilities. We
Okay.
do a lot of the dispensaries here in Las Vegas, and some of the smaller hotels, and uh, some automotive services as well.
Okay, so I think as a let's pretend that I'm a prospective client. One of the one of the questions that I might have or wonder about, maybe I'll ask it, maybe I won't, as a prospective client, would be well, the people who work for you, the people who come out either to my business or to my residence. Um, how do you go about selecting the right people for doing that?
It's a pretty in-depth vetting that we do to hire. We have really high expectations, and we not only do we do the drug testing and just the standard background check, we also go through in-house testing where they have to go through certifications through our in-house training, and then they've got to go through what we kind of call is uh, practice training, where we put them in trial homes where they're tested on their loose jewelry, cash, credit cards, broken items in the home. We'll kind of put them through, sorry about that. We'll kind of put them
That's okay.
through
Who is that? Who is that?
that's Jinx. He's our office kitty.
Okay.
We have a bunch of paperwork up here, so it's just not piled up for a cat to be on. But so yeah, we went through tests and trials, and if they don't make that test and trial, just one out, they're out for me. They've got to be within my core values. They've got to match my core values. That's where we create a team camaraderie where we come together and we know we're kind of all working on the same level, the same mentality when we fit those core values. So there's a lot of intricate parts to how we hire and who we hire. And we have a one strike rule, and that one strike rule just it has to be in place for our value system and trust, where clients need to trust us and they need to trust the cleaners.
You've mentioned, and I think this is fascinating, your core values, which I think any successful business ought to have, but unfortunately some do not. Uh, how would you describe in a few words, a sentence or two, if you had to synthesize your core values? How would you describe those?
Well, integrity is one of the biggest ones is integrity, to provide unique services. We've got to give. That's really important to us. We do have an initiative program that we do that provides free services to cancer patients, to elderly, to veterans. We like to serve the community as well, on top of cleaning services too. We do free services for the need too. And
Well,
then so that's a big core value of ours, is to give back to the community.
that's great that you're doing that. Is there, when I'm from Phoenix, Arizona originally, and when I first moved there, gosh, the early 1980s, um, I came there thinking of it as sort of the senior population, and it definitely has that. Is that the case with where you are in North Las Vegas?
I would say it's a pretty mixed community. We've got a probably 50% of our clientele are, more of the um, senior age, 50 plus. And then we have probably another 50% that are just the blue collared family, mom, pa working, got kids in school. And so we've got a pretty good mix there.
Well, that's good. That's good. It's a growing area.
It is a growing area. It is nonstop growing here. We've taken on a mass population here from California that have just left in drones there, and so we've got a big up and coming community here that's from all over.
What I guess one of the other things, if I'm a prospective client, is that so when your folks arrive, whether it's at the business or the home, what sort of cleaning materials do they use? Is it industrial strength stuff, or what are you using?
So we use all natural products. Everything that we put in the home or even in the businesses is all environmentally safe. We want to protect our cleaners. We want to protect the, incoming population, the employees, and also the surfaces that we clean in the homes. We want to make sure we're not doing any damage there. And also cross contamination is a big issue. If you're in a home and you mix bleach and Ajax, you're going to create a pretty serious situation. You could really, you could kill somebody, you could kill some animals too, and then
Sure.
you do some damage to fixtures and, stone and, other areas in the home. It's not safe. So we eliminate that completely, and we just provide all natural products for the homes and the businesses.
And you sort of answered this question earlier, but I'm wondering if maybe we can talk about it a little bit more. You had an engineering background.
I did.
What well, I guess I have two questions. What kind of engineer were you?
Roadway, civil.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you're obviously a bright and educated individual. You could do anything when you were looking to get out of that and move into the next part of your life. How was there something about this type of business that drew you in?
I think it just went back to my roots, and having had the experience of being able to serve when I was younger. And, that's what put me through college was being able to go to college full time and work as a cleaner with my mom and her business, and just being able to pay my bills and get through college. And so it really was just coming back to my roots, and being able to serve. And I come from a service mind and heart. And so it was just yeah, I could have, jumped on the consultant board and made double what I was making at my job I left. But I felt that wasn't where I wanted to be, and my heart wanted to be in a service area. And this was where I had the most experience, and just my heart was there.
And how long have you been doing this?
So, well, with this company, Maids2NV, since 2017.
Okay.
Yeah. But cleaning professionally, I would say 30 years plus. Yeah, easily.
And just in case anybody out there is wondering, you are licensed, bonded.
Absolutely. That is the number one most important thing you do in business, is get yourself covered and insured and protected. Yeah.
Well, excellent. I wonder. So, okay, if I have is there a particular area that uh, you prefer to work in, or that most of your business comes from?
A big majority of our business comes from North Las Vegas, but we service the whole Las Vegas Valley. We do have clients that, we have, I believe right now we've got a couple in Blue Diamond area. We have a couple in Boulder City, and then we have a large clientele in Henderson and Summerlin area as well. And then we do a lot of VRBO and vacation rental properties as well. That's a big client, a big service for us.
Right. When I was last in your fair city, I Henderson seemed to be very much on the grow. Now that's been several years ago, but for me, but is that still the case?
Yeah, it's massive growth. There's massive growth all over the valley. All the land has been bought up. It's incredible how much it's grown since I've even moved here in 85. It's unrecognizable from, when I first was here.
Wow. Well, now the big question is, how do we get in touch with you? How do we book a cleaning?
So you could call our number 702-357-1174, or you could get us on our website, which is www.maids2nv.com. And that is spelled MAIDS, the number 2, N is in Nancy and V is in Victor. And it's kind of a fun pun because we like to have a lot of fun here. So it's Maids to Nevada or Maids2NV. So it's kind of fun. We like to do that here. It's important that we continue that positive and fun, light atmosphere.
Absolutely, absolutely. Wow. Well, Melissa, this is wonderful to get to talk to you about. I get a sense that you're kind of, it's a cliche, I suppose, but it seems that you're living the dream.
Yeah, I would say absolutely. I love what I do, and I love making a difference in people's lives, not only in our clients, but our cleaners as well, providing for them, and they can drop their kids off at school and be home when their kids get home from school, and pick them up or take them to doctor's appointments. So we have a flexible schedule for them, and that's providing something that, was a struggle for me when I was working and growing my children, and, being able to get them to and from and pick up, and hours, and, how am I going to do that? So being able to provide this for our cleaners is huge.
We've been working on trying to get more hours in every day, but until that happens, it's good that you're able to have that kind of schedule. Melissa Sharp, I thank you very, very much for talking with us today. Would you be happy to come back?
I would love to. It's my pleasure. Thank you for having me on too. I appreciate it so much.
Thank you.